What's good?
For the people who don't know you, who are you and what do you do?
I'm Jazzy Wolf. I'm a singer-songwriter and an entrepreneur, business owner. I do music. I'm a singer-songwriter, like I said already. I'm a recording artist. I record music, and I run Wolf Wednesdays open mic.
You can look over here. You ain't got to look at the camera.
Okay.
So where are you from?
I'm from Denver, Colorado originally, and right now I live in California.
You like it out there?
I love it. I love California.
Is it really like super expensive, how everyone say?
Yeah, but the prices are comparable to here, I feel like.
So if you could live here, you could live there.
Basically, like, the pay levels itself out. So the pay is more there. So those couple more dollars in pay that you will be receiving account for the couple $100s more in rent. Like, for my first apartment that I got in California was $1,200 for one bedroom. So I feel like
here. Yeah.
But it's not in LA though. Like, you're not gonna live in LA, Beverly Hills, San Diego, but you're about an hour away from it. 30 minutes, 45 minutes. Shit. You know.
Yo, I could drive there and get the experience.
The gas though, about $7.
God.
$6.50 sometimes. I think right now they got it at $6.30 is the last time. Last time I filled up, it was like $6.35 or something like that.
My ass be on a bike.
In the heat.
You
ain't gonna. It's so hot too, so it's just like, I don't know.
Sticky hot or dry hot?
Dry hot. But here's drier. It's drier here though, for sure, but it's still dry hot.
I feel you, my dad mouth dry right now. Because I know AZ got like that painful dry hot. And the South got that humid, sticky hot.
The part that I live in, I feel like is painful, dry hot. I'm gonna be honest with you. It gets fucking hot.
So what part?
I live in, it's like the Inland Empire, like Riverside area. So it's not by the beach, and it's like over like a mountain basically. So we don't get the ocean breeze. So it's still like a desert.
Y'all in like a little pocket surrounded by mountains and shit?
Yeah, almost. It's not really surrounded, but there's like a mountain range, and then on the other side is all the water and stuff like that.
Damn. From Riverside, cuz?
The IE, the Inland Empire, you already know.
That's funny. I think I seen that show in a movie or something. All right, so you from here, you grew up here, right? Mm-hmm. What school did you go to?
I went to a lot of different schools. I went to Prairie Middle School for a little bit. So I wanted to go to Overland. I always was supposed to go to Overland, but then I moved and I went to Cherokee Trails. I went to CT. And then I moved to California for a year, and I came back, and then I went to school in Westminster and Pomona. I don't know if y'all heard of Pomona. It's one of them wider schools, you know what I'm saying?
I heard of their football team.
Yeah, they won, I think, when I went there.
They got one of the top football teams.
They won the championships when I was going to that school. It's too bad I didn't care about the sports or nothing like that, but I thought that was cool. I was going to that school that won, you know? Cherokee Trails had a good football team too. That I went. Cherokee Trails, that's Cherry Creek School District over by the Southlands Mall.
So I don't know why I thought you went to the schools like East and Manual.
No, hell no. I wanted to, but my parents were not like that. Nah, my parents knew to keep me away from those schools. Like, I was supposed to go to Overland. Yeah. Like, so that was almost as hood as it was going to get for me. I went to Prairie. You know, I went to Prairie Middle School, which was the middle school that feeds into Overland. So I was right there. I grew up around a lot of those people, I feel like, that went to those schools. Like, we all know each other on social media and stuff like that. We went to parties together, but we just didn't go to school together.
Shit. How was your childhood out here?
I had a good childhood. I did a lot of moving around. So my parents, they're not together. So I went to basically a different school almost every single year from middle school to high school. So it was good moving around because I know a lot of people. But the hard part was I didn't get the chance to stay in one area and grow with people.
So really consistent.
Mm-hmm.
I understand. So you don't have like no lifelong friends that stuck around or nothing like that?
No, to be honest, I got a couple friends that I met when I was older, like in high school, that I still know now. But I think the only friends that I could think from elementary school, I got one or two. Alexis Cordova, for sure. She's like the one. I knew her in elementary school, and I still know her. But we fell out. Like, we had our time together, and then we always just kept in contact. You know what I mean? And now that we're older, we link up and we hang out every now and then. But it wasn't like we were struggling together. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? For years, it was nothing like that.
Y'all just kind of knew each other.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you do music. You're a singer-songwriter. Like, what made you fall in love with music?
I would say my mom always incorporated music into my life ever since I was little. She always played songs in the car and she always sang. So when I figured out that I had a good voice too, it was pretty much a rap. I mean, I always try to put a timeline on it. I think maybe when I was about 13, 14 was when I started figuring out I have a good voice and I could do something with my voice. Like, I was always in choir and I was real insecure, and I knew in my heart I had a good voice. But when I started realizing like I could do this for real, I was about like 13, 14. Because I always knew I wanted to do music. My whole life, I always was in choirs. Like, I always told everybody I want to be a singer when I grow up. So
you was molded for it.
Basically.
So, your sound of music, what's your biggest influence on your sound?
Man, that's a hard one. People ask me this question a lot. I would say just life. Like, my life really influences me. I've traveled a lot. So I've been to a lot of different countries. Not really a lot, but more than a lot of people that I know. I went to Brazil. I've been to Bali. I've been to Guatemala. And you've never been out the country. So I think that really reflects on my music. Like, traveling around and just being around different cultures and always having it incorporated in my life is just what influences my songs. And also just my experiences with pain and heartbreak and just my overall experience of just being human. It's just, that's what motivates me to make music. That's what I write about.
So it was never like no particular artist or genre, or, you know what I'm saying? Nothing was just like, I want to be like that person.
I have phases. Like, I always liked Amy Winehouse. I loved Rihanna, like Beyonce, Alicia Keys. Like, I went through phases where I was like, I want to be just like them. Like, I had an Alicia Keys phase. I used to play the guitar. So I used to always tell myself I want to be the Alicia Keys of guitar. And then Amy Winehouse really inspired me because I just love her music. You know what I mean? And then when I started getting older, like, Danny Lay really influenced me for a little bit because I used to live near her, kind of where she used to live. I recorded at the same studio as her for a while. So I watched her come up. So I felt like, and I like her music. So I felt like we're so close. She's just a couple years older than me. We recorded at the same studio. My music is just as good as hers. Like, it really influenced me to know, like, if she could do it, I could do it too, you know? And that's how I was with Rihanna too. Like, Rihanna, I always wanted to be like Rihanna, I guess. She's the one I always wanted to be like. Now it's hard for me to talk about Rihanna because she don't make music no more. So
I saw some shit where like she's about to drop an album.
Really?
I saw that shit actually today.
Oh wow, I'm gonna have to go look that up.
Cover.
An album cover?
And it was Tim saying she's honored to write one of the songs on Rihanna's upcoming. Yeah.
Tim's is gonna be on the. Oh shit.
Tim's wrote
well, she's gonna be. I'm gonna be back to being highly influenced by Rihanna. Like, she's always been my favorite, but she's like stopped doing her thing, and I always gave her respect. But it was like. It was kid Jazzy that loved Rihanna. Now, when Jazzy was an adult, Rihanna wasn't making music like that no more. So it was other people influencing me.
How old
you know, I'm 24.
Oh damn! I thought she was older. I'll be honest. Not because how you look, but
no, I feel you. I thank you. I get that a lot actually. I'm only 24. Sometimes I forget how old I am. Like right now, I had to think. I almost was gonna say 23.
Yeah, I'm 10 years older. I feel like I'm right now. So. How many projects you got, or do you have projects out?
I don't have one project with multiple songs on it, but I have a lot of singles. I would say maybe like 5 or 6 singles out.
What's your biggest one? Like the most successful one?
I think Beautiful Nightmare was the one that does the best, and then Company. Company does really good because they don't play Beautiful Nightmare on the radio, but they play Company on the radio. But Beautiful Nightmare has more streams on SoundCloud or on Spotify and Apple Music. So like
it's that underground. So that would be like the most slept on one then?
I think Beautiful Nightmare would be the most. Well,
I gotta check it out.
Yeah, I think so, cause it's a different genre than all my other songs. It's like an EDM pop type of genre. Kinda, almost.
Alright.
You gotta hear it. Yeah, it's real good.
Alright, so what's your most important song you ever made to you? Because everyone had that one that just make them cry.
Golden probably, because it was the first song I released on social media or on streaming platforms like Apple Music and Spotify, and it got a lot of views, all organic. It got almost 500,000 streams on Pandora, and it was my first song I like professionally recorded for real in a studio, and that I was able to like drop it the right way professionally.
Okay.
So it was like a milestone for me. And I made $500 off of it. I haven't seen any more money since. But when it did all those streams on Pandora, I got like a little $500 check off of it a couple months later. So that's what just showed me like, damn, I could really do this shit. You know?
Big, most of the check I ever got was like $86 from BMI.
Yeah.
And I feel like I made it.
And I get checks from BMI too. I still get checks, and it was Golden, that song Golden, like that's what helped me. Like I tried to figure out, it took me forever to figure out how to do BMI. It took me forever to figure out how to do sound exchange, and then there's like ways you can unlock your royalties. I know a lot about that stuff, like just trying to figure out how to do Golden. When you drop a song, you're entitled to 4 different royalties. It's mechanical royalties, performance royalties, and there's other 2. I'm giving a lot of free game right now. I'm giving a lot of free game, and I'm probably going. I might have to be quiet, but you're owed 4 different type of performance royalty that DistroKid does not collect, and nor does BMI. You have to go somewhere like Music Reports, Sound Exchange, and there's a couple other ones, but those are just the ones that I use. And you got to put in your UPI code and your ISRC code, and you got to claim the song that's your song that you own. Yeah. And Sound Exchange will send you a check for all those royalties. And BMI, every time you perform one of your songs from BMI, you can go on there and note your performance. So everybody who just performed at Wolf Wednesdays, they can go into BMI, and if those songs are already released and in BMI, they can say that they performed those songs, so whatever 3 songs that they did, and get paid for the performance. So at the end of the year, I think I get, it's not much, but I get like $100 checks for all my performances, and I'm probably only put in like 4 or 5 performances. So Wolf Wednesdays is 2 times out the week. Imagine you that's 2 times a month. You perform in 3 songs, and they can't check it. So I always I perform like 10 songs. You know what I'm saying? Because how are they gonna know? You know what I'm saying? And
every song in my catalog.
Yep, exactly. And they pay you for it. They give you money for it because it counts as a stream, and that's a performance right. And then the other 2, like it's a synchronized royalties or something, and those are off of non-interactive radio stations like Pandora and stuff like that. You don't get paid for all those ones. Yeah, like automatically, like radio stations, you don't get paid for all those through DistroKid. It's a different type of royalty. Or like TikTok. Yeah. You don't get paid from TikTok on DistroKid. If your song's on DistroKid is not paying you from TikTok. They might maybe give you a couple pennies, maybe. But there's another place you're supposed to go to unlock those royalties.
Oh, we as an audience, we going to that place.
Now I give you guys free game, and you know what? I have a service. If you go to jazzy.com/royalties, it gives you the rundown a little bit about more. And don't charge that much right now, but I have a service where I can go and I can unlock all your royalties for you, put all your past performances in BMI, and just get you set up so that way you can go on there and do all that stuff yourself.
See, that's a line about you. I didn't know. Yeah, push that shit.
I haven't even announced it yet.
Well.
Yeah, this is my first time announcing it, so make sure you get up with me. It's nice too. The website part looks nice. Jazzy.com/royalties.
Can you tell us how much you charge?
I can't remember what I put. I think the smallest package was only like $100, and it goes all the way up to I think $300. It's based off of what you need. So we tailor it to what you need, because some artists already have BMI and they already know about BMI, but they don't know about their other performance royalties. You know what I mean? So it's just a service to just go on there and unlock all your royalties and just make sure you're doing everything the correct way so you are owed all of your money. Because there could be money sitting there that you're never going to claim, and they can't claim it either. It's just literally just sitting for you to claim it. Man. When I did that, I probably made at least like $150. It's not that much, but
it's money.
Now I know what to do so I can make more money. Like if I would have known that, I probably would have been dropping much more music, performing way more, you know?
I got a shitload of music waiting to drop. You're gonna fuck around flooding the streets for a whole different reason.
Exactly.
That's good to know though. Like you have that service. I encourage y'all to take advantage of that.
Yes.
Before we got in there, I think we was talking about songs and shit. So what do you feel like is your best song, and what's next for you when it comes to music?
My best song right now that's out, I don't know. They're all good. All of my songs are my best songs.
But you don't have one that is like, I did my fucking shit on that one.
I don't know, man. That one's so hard. Like, Careful, probably. Careful. That's the fucking one. It gets stuck in people's head. And when I recorded at the studio, there were people in the studio there, and they were like coming and peeping in, and then the next day they had the song stuck in their head waiting for me to play it again. And that's when I knew, like, damn, that's the one. It slept on too. I haven't done much promoting for it. I used to perform it a lot. It's called Careful. It's real catchy. So when I start promoting it, and I'm gonna do a music video for it one day too, and put some real money behind it, and I think it could hit some billboards, to be honest with you. I do.
I believe in it. Shit. You make great music.
Thank you.
Music I've heard.
Thank you.
So what's next for you?
Next is music videos. I need to start dropping music videos. I need to be more, what's the word I'm looking for? I need like a higher appearance to my audience. Like, I feel like you guys don't see me enough. You know what I'm saying? I don't post enough on social media. I don't have any music videos. This is my first time doing an interview like this that's on video. So what's next for me is you guys are going to see. I'm going to be posting a lot more, posting more reels, posting more music, and just doing my best to make sure you guys really know who Jazzy Wolf is outside of just what I post.
Jazzy Wolf, the artist.
Yep, exactly. Yes, exactly.
All right, so you run this phenomenal showcase called Wolf Wednesdays. Can you give us the history on how it started and like this whole journey?
Man, so it's been about a year and a half now, I would say, that I started it. And what inspired me to start Wolf Wednesdays was I used to go to this open mic in San Diego called Black Expression. And they've been to Wolf Wednesdays a few times, by the way. We keep in touch. And that's what started my music career. I was going to these open mics. I was meeting people. I didn't know anybody in San Diego. I was like new to the city. And all I wanted was to meet other like-minded individuals so I could make music with them, be friends with them. And so Black Expression was just so welcoming. And of course, the name is just self-explanatory in itself. It's Black Expression. So the stage is yours to do what you want with it. Poetry, people dance, people sing. And so I will always perform. And from there, people started asking me, do I want to perform at coffee shops? Do I want to come to these events to perform? Do I want to go to parties? And it just helped me establish myself in a city where I knew nobody. And as that kind of grew, they don't have Black Expression anymore in San Diego. And they don't have anything like that in Colorado that I had heard of. There's been a couple other open mics that I've heard of, but I never went to them. So I really wanted to bring that same vibe to this city because I felt like one thing that Colorado really lacks is communication and collaboration and just everybody being a team. So in Wolf Wednesdays, you get a wolf pack of teams. You know, you get a whole wolf pack of support. People come to support you for who you are. You can do whatever you want on the microphone. Even if you just want to get up there and shout out your t-shirts, you can do that. It's your stage to do what you want. And since we've been doing it, a lot of the artists, they collaborate, they go to the studio together, they make songs, they're friends now. You know, we get a lot of people who don't know the city. It's like their first time coming to town and they just want to get connected and they come to Wolf Wednesdays and then they can see our culture. There's some people that spend the Wolf Wednesdays that when they first moved to Colorado, they started coming to Wolf Wednesdays, and now they're like performing at other places. They know all the people that come to Wolf Wednesdays. So I really just wanted to create a community space for us to kind of fill the gap of that lack of support and communication that we have in the city. Because there is a lack.
That was great. That was a hell of a one.
Thank you so much. I'm going to take that little part and post it.
Yeah. You're going to take that little snippet right there. Use that as promo because shit. She did that. All right, so
Thank
you
you.
Like really, really put it on the map? Like, what was this like? It sparked like to get to where it is now because you got hell of a support.
Honestly, the way that I promoted Wolf Wednesdays was super organic. I went to every single studio that I could think of, every single studio that I knew. I left flyers there. I put posters on the wall. I made an Instagram. I was paying for ads on the Instagram page. And I was going and following. I literally would look up hashtag Denver music. And I would follow every single artist that did music. And I would comment on their pictures. Come to Wolf Wednesdays. We love your music. Come perform at Wolf Wednesdays. Anybody can perform. And for the first maybe 3 or 4 months, not a lot of people were coming. Like, I did it every single week, you know, and then finally it just started packing out, like out of nowhere. Like, a lot of people started coming, like, and it just started gradually getting bigger and bigger. So I think what really hit our milestone was when we did our first showcase. So the Alpha showcase that we just had a couple days ago was the third one. The first one that we did was at Bar Standard. It was called the 5280 Showcase and Competition. Bar Standard is a nice club. So for me to be able to lock that in and have artists be able to perform at Bar Standard is huge. I don't think there's ever been any local rappers performing at Bar Standard since. So I think that was really the milestone of what set it apart for people to understand, like, we grew together. Now we're here at Bar Standard. Let's continue to grow. And, you know, flash forward a year and a half later, we're packing that bitch out. It's got shoulder to shoulder. You can't even walk through. If you don't like crowds, you might not want to come to Wolf Wednesdays because it gets crowded.
Do you feel like the Bar Standard thing was the biggest success to come from the show? If not, like, what's the
I
biggest
do
success that
actually
came from it, or like the biggest opportunity, or even artist that was there and did some crazy shit afterwards?
I think just the opportunity that came with Wolf Wednesdays as we started growing. Like, now I was able to be in collaboration with a lot of local brands, so now I could give out free studio time hours. I could give out free show slots. So it just created a lot of opportunity for artists. Like, even at Bar Standard, there was a DJ that I used to work with. I still work with him. You know, I don't live here anymore, so it's kind of harder. But he sponsored the $500 cash prize for the artist. Like, that money was sponsored because he just loved Wolf Wednesday so much, and he loved the artist, that he sponsored the whole cash prize. And artists also got an EBK press kit to where. And I don't know if guys know if you know what a press kit is, but it's really important to have, and they cost like $500 to get done professionally if you can't do it yourself. And they gave those away too.
Tell them what a press kit is.
A press kit, man, it's hard to explain. It's funny because I don't even have a press kit myself. I need to go and get one. But it's basically like a resume for your music. It's like something where you can open it up, and if you want to pitch yourself to somebody, they can open it up. They can see all the places you perform. They can see where, and it's like a document. It's like a Word document that they open up. And looks like a magazine almost, where it has pictures of you, content of you. It can even include videos of your past performances, but it's basically like a digital resume to showcase who you are as an artist, so you could pitch yourself to venues, to labels, to sponsors, just anywhere. That's important.
I had to put one of those together for somebody.
They're expensive. They cost like $500 if you do it through a service, but if you know how to do it, you could do it. You should. And for like $150, you know, and like cut the price in half, and you probably get a lot. You just come out with like a template or something. Yeah. I don't know. It's complicated to do it. I try to get into it. It's too much.
I'll find it. I like shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
I like shit like that.
Yeah, you add it to your service.
Man,
the press kit.
Fuck around.
Well, I'll refer everybody who wants it. I'll refer on the VICUALs. See, I would do it myself, but that's just too much to add. You know what I mean? It's just too much.
I'll do it. I got a lot of services.
Yeah, press kit is a good one because you can take the pictures too. Yeah. You can film the pictures for them. You can film performance shots for them.
I'm a hell of a writer, so.
No, I'm waiting. I can't wait to see your new packages.
The first one I do, I'm gonna send it to you.
Okay, bet.
All right, so what's coming up for Wolf Wednesdays? When's the next Wolf Wednesday?
The next Wolf Wednesdays is Wolf Wednesdays is on the second and last Wednesday of every single month. The next Wolf Wednesdays is going to be November 9th. It'll just go back to our regular scheduled show, which is an open mic. Usually we always do a cash prize for the first place winner. I don't know if we're going to do one this time since we just had a showcase, but usually we try to do minimum $50. If we get a packed house, we're going to up it to like $75 cash prize. If there's a lot of people, it could even be $100 cash prize. It just kind of depends on how we do at the door. And then we always give out discounted studio hours. All artists are entitled to 1 free hour of studio time at Bright Future Media if they've never been to Bright Future Media. It's only for new clients only. So we give those away too. And sometimes we do give away free studio hours for anybody. We pay for them, send you guys to the studio, stuff like that.
Shout out to Bugs, man.
Yeah, Bugs, man. We're in a direct partnership, Wolf Wednesdays. So they do a lot for us. Even the session, just being able to have that on our flyer really adds a lot. You know, it shows people we're established. You know, come to Wolf Wednesdays and get eyes on you. An artist was just telling me the other night that a lot of people are telling him, go to Wolf Wednesdays, because they know that that's where you need to go to showcase yourself. You can't just get on a show out here, you know, and the people are really supportive in the crowd. They clap for you, even if, like, I'm not going to say we've had any bad artists because I just would never say that. But even if your music was bad, they are still going to clap for you and support you because you went up there and you did that. And even though it might not be music that they would go and listen to on their phone later, and it might not be their cup of tea. We still enjoy seeing your performance, and we still enjoy seeing you showcase your talent and just being able to do that on stage, you know. And it's satisfying for the artist as well, just to be able to do that. And also, if they don't like your music and your people aren't bobbing their heads or something, it should help you. It should tell you, go, you need to do something else. You need to make better music. You know what I'm saying? It's just like a training ground for artists to come to and just figure out how to perform. Like, some artists, they'll be like, this is my first time performing. Like Kenna Cartier, she comes to Wolf Wednesdays. The first time she came was at Monkey Barrel. It was her first time performing. Now she's out performing everywhere, and she's doing music everywhere. And she's won our Wolf Wednesdays open mic a lot of times. So it's really a place for you to grow with people.
It's like being in the gym.
Yeah, basically, come work out your artistry.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I gotta make an ad like that. I gotta make it in the gym.
All right, I'm about to ask you 10 random questions.
Okay.
And you just say whatever comes to mind. They're gonna be all over the place.
Okay.
Favorite place to visit?
Brazil, or the beach.
Okay. What's your favorite place to record music?
In my house.
So your home studio?
My home studio. Or anywhere just by myself, to be honest. It doesn't have to be necessarily my home studio.
Okay.
Just anywhere by myself. I love recording myself.
I do all my shit right here by myself.
Exactly. This is the best.
Candle flickering and all that shit. Perfect.
Cause I know what I want. So when I have to like have somebody else on the thing, they don't work as fast as I want them to work. Then I'm feeling like I'm telling you what to do, and I don't like doing that. I'd rather just do it myself.
I have a particular sound that my voice has to have and has to be mixed a certain way. Like I do all my shit myself. I can never record nowhere else.
There's a few people though that I trust, that I know that they're gonna do it how I like it, because they know how I like it.
Y'all had them reps in. All right. Favorite venue for Wolf Wednesday?
Honestly, my favorite venue ever that we ever had is Monkey Barrel. This is where we started. I love that venue. I've never had that Monkey Barrel vibe back since. And that was when it was free. It was free to come to. You know what I'm saying? Monkey Barrel was paying me to have Wolf Wednesdays there. And we make more money now that I can charge at the door, you know. But the vibes at Monkey Barrel were just, that's where it all started. And it was bigger space. It had video games. You could play video games. The sound system was amazing.
I missed that. But I'm a new fan of Wolf Wednesdays. I'll be back. What's your dream venue for Wolf Wednesday?
My dream venue, I gotta think about that. That's a good one. I would love to be able to do Wolf Wednesdays at like the Roxy, or like one of those, like even the Bluebird. They have one of those out here. Yeah, like one of those big main venues that like are just well known. You know what I mean?
I think you'd be there within a year.
I think so too.
All right. Smoke or drink?
Smoke. All day smoke. I'm not a drinker.
Chicken or seafood?
Seafood.
What's your favorite food?
Sushi or anything Asian. I'm gonna be honest. I love Asian food. Cambodian food, Vietnamese food, which is pho, dim sum, anything Asian.
Somebody just asked me to do that shit yesterday.
Oh my God.
I'm a chicken dude.
Well, get pho chicken. I think they got it with chicken.
I didn't.
Maybe actually, I don't think they do have it with chicken. Now I'm thinking about it. You need to just try it. You should go with somebody that knows how to eat it though.
Right. All right. First thing you do when you wake up in the morning?
Check my phone.
Well, speaking of it, that was right on time.
It's a scam likely too.
That was crazy. Right
The first thing I do is honestly I check my phone.
All right. Top 3 albums of all time in each genre.
Man, I think 808s and Heartbreak, for sure. The Beyonce album that she just had put out, I can't remember what it was called though right now.
Of all time though?
Well, in my opinion, because I don't listen to a lot of albums.
Okay.
This is ones that I listen to.
Oh, you don't listen to all the way through and shit. Okay.
Yeah, and then I think the Beyonce, it was like when she did a visual album where she dropped it with that music video. It was like one whole.
Was it the Lemonade?
The Lemonade.
The visuals was crazy.
That Lemonade did something for me, and I loved all the songs, and the fact that it was like a visual album, that one was my favorite too. And 808s and Heartbreak, Kanye West for sure. And then
shout out to Ye.
Yeah, shout out.
They say yeah, crazy. I support him, man. Mostly.
I don't know enough about it to speak on it right now.
Yeah.
I've been off social media trying to do Wolf Wednesdays and everything, but I'm about to tap into it and do some research, cause I don't know.
You say,
I just don't understand it.
It's,
Why is everybody? Because my mom told me he's attacking the Jews, and I just felt like, I don't know. I just didn't really know how to. I don't know.
I feel like he was just speaking on like the injustice.
My mom was like, he said a lot of bad things about Jewish people, and that's not okay. And I'm just like, a lot of people were like, well, I'm just like, oh my God. I try not to speak on those things because I just I don't want to say nothing wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Unless I know my shit, then I can speak on it. But if I don't know, I'm not educated about it.
I try to not talk about politics.
Anything social politics, I really try not to talk about it. Because you see what they do to you if you say something wrong.
Out of there.
Even Danny Lay, she released her song talking about he loved me, I'm a yellow bone or something like that. The black community was just like,
she's talking about,
Fan is talking about like, and I think in my heart, because I'm light skinned too, I think, and I could see why they might have thought that, but in my heart, I really feel like she was just saying some shit that sounded dope.
She was talking her shit.
And they're over here like, well, that's the problem with light skinned women, always trying to think that they're better than the dark skinned women. And I'm just like, well, noted. I would never say anything about my skin complexion in the music, because y'all just gonna exile me. You gonna make me out to seem like I'm something I'm not, just because I said he like me because I'm called caramel. Like, you know what I'm saying? And they're gonna be like, oh, hell no. What about the chocolate girls?
I'm gonna put an album out called Big Niggas Are Better and see what happens.
You might get famous off of it, I'm gonna be honest, but it might not be the kind of fame you want.
I'm gonna be the male Lizzo and shit. That's what's gonna happen.
Oh, man.
Alright, what's your go-to brand, like clothing?
Man, I got a few of them. So my boyfriend has a brand. It's called Jersey Collectors. He sells jerseys. You could get custom jerseys. So I think right now he'd be like the go-to brand I would go to, because he could make all the stuff I want for free, custom jerseys.
Yeah.
So I had to shout that one out. And then after that, the one that I've been rocking with the most is this brand called Boston. It's based out of San Diego. It started in San Diego. I remember when he first started it in his house. He just had a couple shirts that some of my homegirls modeled for him. Yeah. Flash forward like 5-6 years, he's huge. He's doing numbers. You know what I mean? His website is doing amazing. So that's probably one of my favorite brands, because I've seen his come up. It's funny because he just messaged me too the other day, say he wanted to sponsor Wolf Wednesdays because he doesn't have any fan base in Colorado. Yeah. So I'm like, well, you know, I love Boston. Let's link up.
I want to sponsor too, but we'll talk about that.
Okay, for sure.
What's your go-to shoe? Best shoe of all time?
I like Air Forces or Dunks.
Black Air Forces, like.
Not black. Nah, I never wore no black ones, but I would get some black ones and customize them or something like that.
Get them painted and
but
shit. I be liking those.
I like Air Forces because there's so many different kinds of Air Forces. You could have a different Air Force and like never have to wear it again twice, because there's so many different ones you could get, and they're cheap. Like $90, $100 to get you a pair of Air Forces. I don't like spending a lot of money on shoes. Dunks are expensive now. Right. You know what I'm saying? I only had one pair of Dunks and I did not buy them. Somebody gave them to me. But I'm not a shoe person. Whew. I don't even think I have a pair of Jordans. I had one.
Jordans, they was uncomfortable. Like I wasted $140 on this shit.
I was gifted a pair of Jordans, and those were the only Jordans I ever had. But I would never buy it myself unless I really loved them. Because I think like, damn, $300 for some shoes, I could pay that and put that towards a music video. I'll go buy a studio session. Exactly. So it's hard for me to spend money on stuff like that when I invest in myself in my music. Like I lease my beats usually. I'm one of them artists. I go on YouTube. I find my beats on YouTube. BeatStars. I work with certain artists or certain producers as well, but there's nothing like being able to go on there and look on YouTube and really look for that vibe that you're looking for. So I still lease my beats and buy my beats. And I'm like, shit, $300 for a pair of shoes? That's the whole beat lease right there. Exclusive beat lease. So that way I get to keep all the money, you know?
Makes sense. Because I'm in the same damn lane. Is your closet black or colorful?
It's black and colorful. But it's a specific color. It's like pinks, blues, and purples. Like those like unicornish, like springtime type colors. Or black.
My shit is black, olive green, or brown. But mainly black.
Mainly black.
Like 85% black.
Yeah, I wear a lot of black. That's the best color. Yeah, me too. I can't do white because I'm going to stain it every time. I can't never make it through the day wearing white. It's going to be ruined. Sometimes an hour for me.
Like a white tee, that shit is done.
Man, I had a show one time and I was wearing white jeans and I have a hole in my lip. And I just forget about the hole in my lip. So I take a shot of Hennessy and the Hennessy was like all over my pants. And I had to perform. I don't think anybody noticed. But it was just like, fuck. And I couldn't change it. So it was just like, man, no more white. No more white.
How the hell you get a hole in your lip? Is it a piercing or?
No, it's just a figure of speech. Just when I drink stuff.
Oh, nah.
I got a hole in my lip.
I'm looking like, I will see a hole in your lip. Hey, that must be an elaborate ass hole. It must be a slit. Alright, finish this sentence. If I didn't have music, I
would die. That's just the first thing that came to mind. I was almost gonna say kill myself, but I didn't want to go there. But
that's dope. So this is pretty much the end. Where I just open the floor to you and tell you to talk your shit. Say whatever you want to say to anybody. Promote anything. Just talk your shit for like a minute or so.
Okay. Yeah, so what's up, everybody? I'm Jazzy Wolf. I just want to give a special shout out to everybody that's been rocking with me, especially the Wolf Pack. Everybody who's came to Wolf Wednesdays and supported Wolf Wednesdays, and anybody who streamed my song and liked my music. If it wasn't for y'all, I wouldn't be doing it. Like, no lies. There's been some days where I woke up and I'm like, fuck all this shit. I don't want to do it anymore. And then I look at the support and how much you guys respect Wolf Wednesdays and respect my craft, and it just keeps me going. So shout out to anybody that's ever been rocking with me. It's much love for y'all, because like I said, if it wasn't for y'all, I couldn't be me. And then that's pretty much all I got to say. New song just came out, Friends with Benefits, out on all platforms. You could go to my website, jazzy.com, to find it. You could go to jazzy.com/music, or you could simply just type in Jazzy Wolf anywhere and you'll be able to find it.
I'm Vic Carter. This is Jazzy Wolf. It's been another episode of What's Good.
What's good, y'all? See y'all next time.
Hey.
Let's go. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good?